All right, today is the day where The Walking Dead returns, and weirdly enough, I guess it's going to be called Negan Lives from now on. So for people who wanted The Walking Dead to kill off Rick and focus on Negan as the main character, well, you pretty much got your wish. Now, we don't know how often this is going to continue, but inside we get somewhat confirmation it will continue for sure. Now, I want to cover some positives before we get into the actual story, because that's where the positives are going to kind of slip a bit for me. Now, one positive, you can't get this digitally. It is only a physical copy unless somebody bootlegs it and throws it on the internet. But it's got this spot varnish on it that looks in hand pretty freaking cool with the title and then the blood smear on Negan. I dig that. So I like that a lot. The back of the cover has an image of Negan from inside the issue. And another positive is the fact that it pretty much clearly states there will be more in the story itself. I probably should have read the letter hacks, but so a couple positives. In hand, really cool physical presentation, and then the fact that they're going to continue with the Negan story, and they're going to continue with something in the comic universe for The Walking Dead, since the main series ended in 2019 pretty abruptly. Now, he didn't commit to, not that I know of, one a month or one every 3 months. Maybe we'll look at the letter hacks and see if he commits to that. But before we dive into the story and review it, I want to let you guys know we are almost at 7,000. This is Doomsday Kingdom. If you're into zombie comics, I'm happy The Walking Dead is slowly making a comeback, but here's another zombie comic. I am the creator and writer, and it is not just a copycat of The Walking Dead. You will learn quickly. It is definitely not. We have different stages of zombie in this. Right now, we have 2 stages that we show off in the comic, and everything, all the artwork you see, you will get inside the book. A whopping 128-page volume 1 containing 5 single issues, issues 1 through 5. And if we hit 7K, everybody gets a free upgrade, which is this foil-plated bookmark. That is friggin' amazing. The picture on it, on the bookmark, if you can't see, is actually that image. You have to move it around to get that gloss. So we're almost at 7K. Check out the link below. And if you're interested, give it a read up and jump on the tier because it will be ending in 7 days. Now, Negan Lives. All right, we kick it off with one of my first negatives. That was kind of like a, I didn't really like it, but I kind of understand the playfulness. Negan begins the issue and ends the issue talking to us as the reader. Essentially, he's breaking the fourth wall. He's saying, "What did you think I wouldn't come back? I hate to reveal my plans ahead of time. I prefer to keep people guessing, but you should know I'll probably keep coming back until every last one of you sorry fucks is gone." Now, he's talking to Flowers in this. He's picking flowers for his wife, and then he's going to go and they're kind of doing a princess thing where he's alone and he's a little bit going crazy, but kind of goofy, silly, talking to himself. I did kind of like some of it. I'd kill to start hearing voices. Certain little aspects, I don't know. It was Negan, but it was a little light, the way I kind of like it. But the way he talks to himself here, it's just, I hated it. I absolutely just, I just didn't like it. It just goes off the rails too much where it's, for me, it's like the character is telling you everything he's thinking. Now, I know he's talking to a grave. He's talking to his loved one. He yells about the baseball bat. Now, the grave here isn't his wife. This issue kicks off the journey to go find his wife and bury his wife. And The Walking Dead has this repetition problem where we're doing it again. We already did this, where Rick left the group temporarily, small part in the story, to dig up his friend and to kill him. It's kind of similar. And I'm hoping it goes in interesting directions and fresh new directions along the way. So I'm still trying to stay positive there. But I do like this. After he rants, he's like, what, same time tomorrow? Is that good for you? He goes in his house and he just happens to find this hot chick, right? Yada, yada, yada. Now, there was 2 things. As soon as I hit this page, I thought 2 things. One, it's a setup and he's going to get jumped and that'll kick off the story. Or 2, he's going crazy and he's talking to himself, and at the end it'll reveal that he's all alone and yada, yada, yada. I was hoping it wasn't going to be that one, because that it would have been really dull. So it ends up being real. She is real. She talks to him a bit. and she does say, oh yeah, you're pretty smart, and he is attacked by her group. Now, here's something that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, just because it was a little bit soft. Obviously, the girl's going to end up going with Negan on this trip. Her name happens to be Lucy, so we got kind of a Martha, DC Batman versus Superman coincidence going on, where he's like, your name's Lucy, which that doesn't really matter much. I guess maybe the girl, I don't know. It doesn't matter that her name is Lucy, but it kind of feels like in the story it's breaking down Negan's walls, because he's like, oh my God, your name is Lucy, yada, yada, yada. But her name doesn't matter in the story. Her name could have been Shitface, and the story would have played out exactly the same. But we have Rick here making a ghostly appearance. Anyhow, so here he is again. Rick, get out of here. You dead, man. What the fuck, Rick? Bro, get out of here. Anyhow, shit. Anyway, so where was I? So yeah, they jump him, and they're going to kill him. And I think I lost my train of thought. I'll have to come back to that. But yeah, about the girl. So the girl's going to come with them. And, oh yeah, that's right. Because the girl's going to come with them, the writer obviously wants us to like the girl. And for Negan to be like, yeah, it's fine. You were going to kill me. It's fine. So they have the girl's accomplices just be absolute dicks to her. And she doesn't even want to kill Negan. She's like, oh, he's a nice guy. And then they say, you say that about all the guys that we kill. Don't kill him. So it's like, okay, she's there. She sets the guys up. She's helped kill numerous guys before, and the writing writes it off like, oh, but she didn't want to, so it's like totally okay. And it's like, no, bro. So she's a little too bubbly. She should be a little darker. That's just the world she has to live in. So it is written a little soft. As far as the girl wise, because she doesn't want to. Now, here's something I thought we would get a really cool visual, but it went in a different direction. Now, he's digging up Lucille, the bat, not the girl. Now, I totally forget, but I'm pretty sure he is digging up the Lucille that he remade. No, he burned that Lucille. It doesn't matter. I thought, because they have him set up to where they're going to kill him when he digs the grave, which is kind of stupid, because all they have to do is walk him off to the woods, kill him in the woods, and then come back, because they don't want to smell his body while they're staying in this location for the next week or so. So just take him out, wait till morning, take him out, kill him, and then walk all the way back. Instead, they have this convoluted plot where he's going to dig his own grave. But I thought, oh, that'd be awesome, because guess what? He's going to get to the bottom, and he's going to hit what they think is bones. And then they're going to taunt him to reach down and take his dead wife's bones and take her out of the grave. They're taunting him. They're, rubbing it in his face. And he pulls the bone that they think is going to be a bone, and it starts coming loose out of the dirt. And then it's like a cool little reveal where it is Lucille, a dirt-covered Lucille. And the dirt gets shaken off by Negan just swinging it and cracking someone in the face with it. And that's what kicks off like Negan versus these guys. And maybe incorporate some zombies, because it is a zombie tale. Let's not forget. But that's not what happens. As soon as he's like, yeah, it's a grave, who's buried there? He just kind of tells them the story. And it's a story we've heard 100 times already. So right off the bat, I'm kind of like, I got excited for a moment, and then I didn't even care if the bat was broken, if it was burned. I just wanted like a cool visual where they think it's his wife they're digging up, but no, it's Lucille as the bat, and he just beats the fuck out of them. Some zombies, but instead he just kind of tells them about Lucille. She cries, and this is where she's like, oh, I want to be Rick, bro, go away, you're dead, man, you are dead. What's with all the fucking awesome characters lately being, what's with that? The awesome male characters just being disrespectfully, anyhow. So here's another problem for me. Zombies just came out of nowhere. They were ninja zombies where they're all quiet and they're like, we're gonna get them. It's in the middle of the night. Zombies are probably crashing around all over, but nope, he's laughing. Oh, the stupidest. Rick's laughing at Negan, saying, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard, you fucking pussy. And then zombies come out of nowhere. It's like, how the fuck did you stay quiet, bro? How did you do that? That's some ultra ninja shit right there, man. Anyway, so the zombie ninjas zombie ninjas essentially snuck in and they conveniently killed the bad guys. They start it, and then we get to one of the lines I did like. So Negan's like, "Screw this, he's mine," and he goes to kill the bad guy, and then he says this. He's like, "This part was my favorite in the whole comic." Where was it at? Oh yeah, quiet. I'm trying to see if I could cut your friend in half with this shovel. Besides, this prick was going to kill you, wasn't he? Again, convenient. And then he goes, well, that didn't work. I do dig that. That was probably my favorite part because that's very dark, Negan-like, and then it's gritted in reality because he's not going to cut through a real person with a shovel. So, some cool artwork. I do like some of the artwork. Negan looks a little weird, scraggly, but I get it. You know, he's out there alone. He's not keeping his upkeep. But this was my ultimate favorite part where it felt more grounded. Everything else, a lot of other stuff felt like it was a little too soft and goofy, I should say. Anyway, nice, cool look of Negan here. Really dig that piece of art. Mud, dirt, sweat, really looking cool. And then she's kind of like, are you going to kill me? Yada, yada, yada. He tells her to get out of the grave. And this is where the mission kicks off. Negan's new story kicks off. He's going to go find his wife's body and bury it, lay it to rest. So I'm all for the story continuing. I want to see where Negan's story continues. I have a giant Negan statue behind me in this very office. And here's the last part where it ends on kind of like a sour note for me. We got a cool look of a grinning ear to ear, a shit-eating grin of Negan. I like that. But then he talks to us again. Don't you want to see what happens next? I don't know, man. He's talking to the girl. She's like, are you going to kill me? And he's like, no, don't you want to come with me? And then she's like, oh, yeah, come with you? I suck your dick. You know, I tickle those balls. So it's conveniently set up. And he's like, why not? And that's where he starts talking to us, not her. And it's awkward as if you read it like he's talking to her. So this kind of feels like more of a comedic zombie comic where it breaks the fourth wall, like Deadpool just kind of I don't know, gave a little sprinkling of Deadpool in here with Negan that didn't seem to fit, you know, my interest in a dark, gritty, more grounded and gritty The Walking Dead, but it breaks those lines to get comic booky from time to time, which is fine. All right, I'm even more annoyed now. I read the letter hacks because I figured it would be, it would have no information. But it was actually kind of cool, but the ending left me like, Robert Kirkman, I love you, but what are you doing, man? You basically break the fourth wall, you know, softening up the storytelling here, just to tell us and beat us in the face that Negan is coming back. But he's not, because then at the end of the issue, you're like, oh yeah, you know, we're not, you know, doing more Negan, but, you know, I thought I would just, I don't know, bro. So you guys are going to have to read the letter hacks for yourself if you want to try to interpret this. He's like, here we go again, Negan lives. I hope you enjoyed this surprise return to the Walking Dead universe. I can honestly say I don't know if we'll ever actually see what happens next. So why was this the ending? Why didn't you... I don't understand. I thought this was forced to be like, oh, you know, bam, fans, here's a hint that maybe 6 months down the road, a year down the road, we can get Negan Lives Part 2. You know, it doesn't have to be monthly. It doesn't have to be friggin' every 3 months. I mean, just, you know, every now and then when you think of an interesting few pages to tell in a comic, that'd be cool. But it just, now it feels like I don't understand. I don't know. I feel like you were high as shit when you wrote this, bro. I don't know what you were... Anyway, maybe the commenters down below can just kind of set me straight on all that. And here is an interesting bit, which again threw me for a loop, but Negan was going to die by Maggie getting gunshot. Now, I'm glad Charlie Adler jumped in to save Negan from that horrible fate, because I gotta say, outside of Maggie beating Negan to death with Lucille, you don't have a death for that character, because it is like handed to you on a silver platter. All these fans waiting for this epic moment where Negan gets his, for Maggie to just cap him and that's it. And I will say one last thing for the reviewers saying The Last of Us Part 2 is like a story that's never been told before. I won't go into too many spoilers, but it was already told. They already did it, and they've been doing that type of storyline with Abby in TV shows for years now. You know, the villain redemption and yada, yada, yada. It's been told. And here, Maggie, Negan, Abby, Ellie, same shit, you know? Anyway, what do we got? Yeah, so Charlie Adler kept him alive. And I don't know. I was going to end on a positive note because I thought that he kind of forced maybe a couple cheesy fourth wall breaks in here to just hint to us that it's going to continue. I didn't like it, man. I fucking hate saying that. I thought it was a dud. Love having the cover. I'm getting rid of those. I just need one. I still would like to, as a zombie fan, to have a complete collection. Those are getting chucked. Please don't ask, because I'm going to have 10,000 people asking, and I only got one to give out. So I'll find a way to do that fairly. I don't know yet, but and please don't think you're the only one DMing me. This happens all the time. Every video, I get 17 people asking for something in the video, and it's like I can't pick and choose because everyone's like, but Ronnie, it should go to me. And it's like, come on, guys. Anyway, so Negan lives. Bam. I didn't like it. All right, thoughts and opinions down below. Let me know what you thought. I'm ready to get torn open because I can tell we have not had anything for The Walking Dead. So people are probably like, I will take anything at this point. I didn't hate it, though. I want to make that clear. It wasn't like I read this and thought, oh my God, they ruined character. I didn't think that at all. I thought characters. I thought, you know what? I probably would have waited if I didn't have to review this to the next time I was in the area to get to the comic shop for it. You know what I mean? It kind of got that vibe. Anyway, Negan lives. But who fucking cares? Because this is the only thing we got. Or we have coming. So, doesn't matter. Anyway, goodbye. Robert, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.